盡唱多久？成套苦水要吐到嘔，身邊有個說出口。努力奮鬥，加油，加油，努力奮鬥。同路某某，互勉握手，就跌低第隻手，盡好的能量再有，一起奮鬥。為着明天，要記得今晚，你我用鎮定面對憂患。
若是人生錯過這一晚，怕再沒機會任意呼喊。
一起舉傘，一起的撐，一起儘管不安卻不孤單巨馬。一起舉傘，舉起手撐，一起為應得的放膽爭取拍壓。
We are on a peace tour and we are with 300 premies. We have people from Australia, people from Nepal and London and Dubai. So all have this prayer that peace should come on earth and peace should work and humanity should not fight. We are on a peace tour and we are very fortunate to be on this peace tour, and we visited Nagasaki and Ground Zero and we saw the spot where right in the sky 500 meters the bomb exploded. Destroyed so many people. It is mentioned there that the scientists predicted that for next 75 years nothing would grow there, nothing would be green in Nagasaki. But the people have worked very hard and the whole area is now full of trees and greenery, that entire spot where so many people died, so many people were simply evaporated. We saw the museum, we saw the charred pictures of the charred bodies. Coins, melted. Railway tracks, completely melted. Such horrible atrocities were committed by this atomic bomb. And so we have to all understand. And from this, we have to learn a lesson.
Пока есть особенно оружие и массовое уничтожение, и ядерное в первую очередь, это колоссальная опасность. Вот все народы должны заявить, все народы, что ядерное оружие должно быть уничтожено.
Peace and international stability are incompatible with attempts to build upon the fear of mutual destruction or the threat of total annihilation.
Это мы будем спасать себя и планету.
Here we have people from Australia, people from Nepal, and London and Dubai. So all have this prayer that peace should come on earth and nations should not fight. They should devise some system by which there will be peaceful coexistence. Thank you.
Crazy Horse's spirit had left for the other side on September 5th, 1877.
In the Lakota spirituality, when your body stops, your nagi, or your spirit goes to the south, where all your relatives are. And from what the elders told me about death, they said that if you don't complete being a Lakota here as you're living, this is when you go to the south, where the relatives are, and they'll teach you to be Lakota, your language, culture, traditions. And after you learn that, then you go be with the Creator. But if you do what you're supposed to do in your lifetime, you don't have to go to the south, then you'll go be with the Creator. So whenever we pray, the grandfathers that come and pray with us come from where the Creator is. They come from beyond the stars.
The doctor asked what they were going to do. Grandfather Worm said that he'll take care of his son. At that point, his prophecy that he had during the Sundance up at Medicine Rock came true. On his vision, he marked it on the belly of an owl rock, that he was going to get held by his own kind and get killed by the military.
In the wee hours of September 6th, 2 elders arrived. They came to prepare Crazy Horse for burial. They brought a thick buffalo robe and a large bundle. Inside the bundle was a dead, black-tailed deer. Uglula, Touch the Cloud, Red Leggins, and the 2 elders asked the soldiers for privacy so they could perform the burial ceremony. It was granted. Once alone, they cut the deer in two and arranged it to resemble a human body. They covered it with a buffalo robe. Meanwhile, Crazy Horse's body was folded into the fetal position and placed into the bundle. Touch the Cloud carried the bundle containing his body and placed it into the wagon. The deer, disguised as his body, was brought out for all to see and put on a travois. Uglua then fetched his brown hunting horse and killed it, as was the Lakota custom. The reason being, so there is a horse to ride on the other side. The next few days, people came to honor Crazy Horse. The soldiers built a fence to keep the body safe, secure, and under control. But nobody guessed they were honoring a decoy, a black-tailed deer. Crazy Horse's final resting place has remained a mystery to non-family members to this very day. That resting place is also where his favorite black and white paint horse, Ia, is buried.
They said there was 2 wagon tracks, one going east and one going north. That's where they followed the tracks. The one that went north, that crossed the river, never did cross. And they couldn't find the tracks on the other side. So they just followed the one that went east towards Spotted Tail. When they caught up to it, it was just a wagon and one Indian driving it. The next time they came upon the family, they were already back. They were back in the camp again. And they asked where they went. They never said nothing. They kept quiet. To this day, just the family knows where they buried him. My grandfather, Ed, he's the one that told me where he was to keep it. So that's what we're doing until there's a time to bring him up and the people will know where he was buried and to bring him back to the Black Hills. That time hasn't come yet.
We're filming a theater production directed by Linda Pack.
I've been doing theater for more than 50 years. This is what I do.
We're going to do The Great American Light War. It's about Edison and Westinghouse each competed to have the other person be the first person to electrocute somebody. Each wanted the other to show that there was more lethality to their system than their own, so that they would get the New York market and beyond.
Sam came to see the Mendocino County Museum roadshows and sent me this material and said that he wanted to make a theatrical piece out of it.
So we're filming this theatrical piece that's originally done as these incredibly dynamic drawings. Then these characters are going to come to life.
The 5 principal actors, Edison, Westinghouse, the referee, and the 2 candidates for electrocution, 4 out of the 5 of them are roadshow actors. The chorus, as it were, the fans, are very talented people, everyone I have worked with before.
It's done in a street theater way, because regional theaters, only a few people can go. It's not going to have any effect on these giant issues of mass incarceration and capital punishment. This is what street theater for this time is. Anybody that's got an internet connection can see it. Maybe it'll have some effect on these issues.
And as long as it's good work, then it's fun.
heat of the moment, you're just thinking about the safety of the people and your crew, and you rely on your captains to give you direction and just kind of go with what needs to be done. We're at the Santa Rosa Fairgrounds, the base camp right now. We've been here since about the second day, so a little over a week.
I'm here working with World Central Kitchen.
So they're a network of chefs. Our founder, Jose Andres, who is a restaurateur chef.
He's been all over the world, literally, and organized his organization to come in during disasters and feed people who are in need.
He has created this organization that brings chefs into disaster zones to do feeding.
But here is where World Central Kitchen has one of their places of food distribution. Around 1,100 people here, lunch, and 1,100 people for dinner.
The majority of our cooking is done by chefs that either are part of his network or local and want to volunteer.
So I'm here contributing to the effort to make sure everyone's taken care of in these unfortunate set of circumstances.
Video games, board games,
chefs, so
music albums, photography albums, whereas our focus was by Lauren, John, and Alan.
We called Guy Fieri as well.
Here he got everything sort of started yesterday and came by today just to say hello to people and be his wonderful giving self.
And we activate in the fields here with 10 team members, and we predominantly work with our volunteer group.
Cauliflower, we're making some cauliflower rice.
About 6,000 people a day. The number is little, thankfully. We really want those numbers to go down because that means people are back in their homes and able to resume their lives normally.
But really it brings together humans that want to take care of other humans in time of need.
To all come together to make this all, a lot easier for everybody.
So that's a human nature. So that is the seed of compassion. But I think it is important to know that compassion is oriented towards kasa, towards attitude, others' attitude, or others' action. So therefore, that so long others' attitude friendly towards you, that kind of compassion can maintain. As soon as their attitude change, then that compassionate attitude could turn hatred. So therefore, and also naturally, that kind of affection cannot extend towards neutral people, and particularly your enemy side, whose attitude is negative to yourself. So that is biased, limited, much mixed with attachment. However, that take as a seed, then through awareness, usually Buddhists call analytical meditation, analyze values of compassion and negativeness of anger or discrimination. Through these sort of awareness, you can develop new conviction. Now, for example, all human beings, all sentient beings, by nature want happiness, do not want suffering. Therefore, every sentient being, particularly every human being, have the right to overcome suffering. Use that reason to develop sense of concern. For oneself also, sort of because of the care or cherishing cherishing oneself, not on based of you yourself kind, not that way, but simply I have right to overcome suffering. Because of that, I have a right to overcome suffering and desire. So therefore, that's sort of the reason, 100% same to other people also. By nature, they do not want suffering, and therefore they have every right to overcome suffering. Using that sort of reason, that logic, then develop sense of concern of well-being of other, including your enemy. As far as their attitude is concerned, big difference. Friend, friendly attitude. Enemy, negative attitude. Neutral people, neutral, nothing. But as far as right is concerned, all are same human being, same sentient being, same have the right to overcome. On that level, develop sense of concern. That is unbiased compassion, not oriented towards attitude, but oriented towards being, or person, or people, person, like that, and unbiased, and infinite, not based on attachment. So when I talk universal compassion, I mean compassion, the universal value, is mainly that kind of compassion.
You can see the twisting, and we just kind of go on over the muscles, big muscles, joints, hard muscles, joints, tendons, ligaments, chop them. We go through, pressurize them by walking on them, compressing them, moving the muscles out laterally, because anything rotated medially or internally is not good for our body. So everything goes out. Helps with the low back, helps with the knee, puts it back in traction, helps with our relaxation, helps with our sleep, movement, flexibility, swelling, and most of all, opening up our lower back. Go through. Set them up. Creating blood flow.
Father to Son, ancestors beyond, as we come time immemorial, we sing these songs of praise, of honor, of style, and pride, and respect. These songs to bring in grand entry. These songs that parade in from the oldest to the youngest. We adorn ourselves in the finest beadwork, the finest smoked hides, the moccasins, the eagle feathers. Everything has purpose on our outfits as we represent our tribe, our family, our people. Our ancestors have prayed for things that we are the living prayer and testimony of the legacies of passed down through dreams and visions. Through all of our circles, of our ceremonial ways, as well as our social dancing, we have a thing called powwow. And a powwow is a collection of a lot of tribes that come together. I'm going to be awarding a Grand Entry Dance Champion, a dancer that showcases their style through the heat, through the dust, enjoying themselves and portraying what it truly means to identify yourself as a dancer of the circle, a dancer of the people.
Signers from about 19 countries who have given us their posters. We have some fantastic Art Nouveau, Art Deco posters. We have 100 bicycle posters. So this is a poster by Toulouse-Lautrec for a bicycle. And we have some of the very earliest bicycles. So we have also automobile posters. Early aviation posters. I mean, aviation doesn't get any earlier than that, 1908, 1910. And this is the original maquette, the original drawing for the famous revolutionary posters that he did for Castro. He did all the posters for Castro. We do the auctions now 3 times a year, so we have a lot of good stuff.
My feeling is that, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. That's what adventure is. Something that stretches you a little bit, that pushes you beyond what you think is possible, what you're capable of.
The wonderful thing about Midland was you really got to know each other 24/7.
I think about the relationships that I fostered here and how close and profound the connections that I had with my friends here were. And not just friends, but faculty became family.
You really do discover, what you're actually capable of. Helping people discover that and actually cultivate, that early on in life is really impactful.
It's taking the best of the past and bringing it to the future.
This connection between being outside, being connected with the people that you're connected with,
and then also being connected to the technologies and the infrastructure that prepare high school students to go out into the real world.
It's great to see everybody here. School is just as wonderful as ever, I think.
The main systems at work when dreaming involve the mesolimbic and mesocortical dopaminergic pathways.
I haven't studied for the test.
Stria terminalis, shell of nucleus accumbens, and terminates in the amygdala,
There's a giraffe in the bathtub.
gyrus, and frontal cortex.